Hello, everyone, and welcome back to my Grand Arena. I'm Captain Riggs, and I just recently got Supreme Leader Kylo Ren and Darth Bane. So they've really helped my characters on my roster improve. Before those, I had finished farming Leviathan, Executor, and Profundity. I then immediately got Leviathan to 7 stars for fleet arena purposes and getting all those gems. My opponent has 8 GLs, everything except Leia, and a lot of the new stuff didn't seem like he was a big conquest guy, so that's helpful because most of those conquest characters are really good recently. He's got a 7-star Executor and Profundity, but no Leviathan, thankfully, so I've got a chance. First battle here. It's very fun to use Malicos in 5v5 because he assists so frequently off of all of his unaligned force user allies that he just starts to do so much damage. So it's fun to use him here against Rey because he's a pretty good counter. I was a little bit worried because obviously it had been 3v3 before this week, so I wasn't sure, I wasn't confident that Malicos could do this basically by himself with masked Kylo here instead of unmasked Kylo with the taunt. And at this point, my Supreme Leader Kylo Ren was only Relic 5, so I wasn't planning on using him against a super good team that would need unmasked. I was just going to use Stormtrooper instead, so I decided to use unmasked here. Malicos starts off, the team starts off by slowly. That's usually how it works. They let all the opponent take a bunch of turns, and then they get bonuses because of it. Basically here, I'm just trying to use as many special abilities as possible with everybody, so that way Malicos assists as much as possible and gets his damage going. I really like at the beginning here where he gets his Rocks ability, bunch of damage to basically everybody. Got, what is that? Finn in the yellow. Now, what activated that whirlwind? Got Haldo in the red, thankfully. She's gone. And now, there's a Ben here, but the way Malicos works, I think he's got some sort of anti-revive on one of his abilities, so it's helpful here against Ben. I don't remember exactly what it is, so I just try to do the same. Ben in the yellow, then Rey in the yellow, then Ben dead, then Rey dead combo that you've got to do to kill off these two. And I got 3 of the 4 in the red. Rey's using her ultimate, just trying to remove all the stacks of inspiration here. Also got to make sure I heal up Seer. I know she's one of the tankiest on the team. We're going to make sure nobody dies from this ultimate that Rey's got, which will deal a lot of damage. But thankfully, I've still got all 5 people. Seer's leader ability boosts my health and protection, so I should be okay. Wow, came close on Cal and Seer there. Thankfully, Ahsoka took out Ben, Seer took out Rey, and then healed all the way back up. Got the final guy to damage immunity, and now just hoping I can get... Cal's got healing immunity, so I don't think I'll be able to heal him up in time before I kill off Poe here. But good banners against Rey. Up next here is Bo-Katan. Before the match, I scouted my opponent and saw that he had Bo-Katan and wanted to look up some counters because I really had never faced Bo-Katan on defense before. She's a fun character to have, but the Relic 7s and the difficulty of the event has prevented me from going for her sooner on my account. But I saw that Starkiller was a decent counter, so I was trying out this. I didn't really know what to do, but basically I was kind of using the same strategy as everybody else, just get the debuffs out there with Mara Jade and have Starkiller assist a bunch of times while everybody's stunned because of Palpatine, and Bo-Katan was being extra annoying and not getting stunned here, and I was questioning whether or not she was unstunnable until she just got stunned by Juhani, and I was really realizing now how tanky they were when I was hitting them for like 4,000, 5,000, 9,000, when I usually hit for like 20, 30, and 50,000. So it's really impressive here. I already have my Star Destroyer, and nobody's dead, and all of a sudden Bo-Katan's back. I don't know why I don't have her and haven't really studied her kit yet, But she's back for some reason, so got to go through her again, all of her tankiness. And my Star Killer, who's modded really well with offense up, is only doing 13,000 on the critical hit, which is kind of crazy. But she's almost gone. Mando decided it was time to release the birds and do nothing. Yeah, holy cow, this team is really tanky, so it's just taking me a while to get through them. Bo-Katan is nearly dead. There she goes. So I'm going to take out Mando next. He's the next biggest threat. And then maybe I'll go for IG. At this point in time, I didn't realize that IG was like had the C-3PO type ability where if everybody else is dead, he just disappears. So I was trying to kill him, and he just kept healing, and I didn't know why. And I was doing good damage, but he just had so much health that it didn't even matter. Like, I just did 50,000 damage with Star Killer, and it didn't do anything. And now he's healed back up again. So this goes on for a little while. I decided it was time to take out the other Bo-Katan, the regular Bo-Katan first, and she was easy, so I was thankful for that. So I'm back to IG, which takes a while. As you can see, I've gone for IG for quite a while now and made zero headway, so I'm going to switch over to Paz. I know he's the tank, so that's kind of what prevented me from going for him sooner. But I mean, I was obviously making no progress on IG, so I decided I should start going for Paz here soon. Thankfully, making a little bit more headway here against Paz than I was with IG. And he's getting in low, he's in the red. And that was his final stand ability, where he steals banners and dies, and then IG disappears. Lose some banners because of that stupid final stand thing that Paz does, but a win is a win. I was worried there that I wasn't going to win. Now I have Treya, Omicron, Nihilus, and Savage. Basically, I got them to beat Inquisitors, so that's what I'm going to use them here for. So the strategy here, sometimes you get lucky with that Nihilus Drain ability and get a bunch of cooldowns increased. And like this time I did, so that was really nice. But sometimes they all have tenacity up, so it prevents that. Obviously, isolate Third Sister Riva here first. Then hopefully I can get a turn here with Savage to kill off Seventh Sister before she heals. Thankfully, then I did. But now basically it's just a matter of time. Insta-kill Riva right away. Then I like to go for the next highest priority, which is Grand Inquisitor. Or the lowest person here. I was Fifth Brother's almost there. Now he's dead. Now I go for Grand Inquisitor, get that big damage out. And at this point, I know I have the battle won, so it's just a matter of time before I kill them. Don't have many cooldowns right now, so I'm just taking a little while to get the necessary damage to take them down. Thankfully, Treya gains damage at different points. Savage has basically what's an insta-kill when they're at below 50% health, so that makes it quick towards the end. And Second Sister is dead. And thankfully, I got really good banners with this team. Now I can see what's in the back. They've got some Gungans, which is not too bad, not too worrisome. I know they've got a job up here, but I've got Bane and Jedi Master Luke and SLKR here. My SLKR is only Relic 5, and I don't have unmasked Kylo, so I decided to go with Bane here, which is It's kind of dumb of me because Jabba is one of the only GLs that kind of has a good success rate against Bane. But my Bane was Relic 9, so I was hoping he'd be able to get the job done here against a Relic 8 Jabba and Relic 8 Chrysanthemum. So there goes, who was that, Embo first, I think, and got Leia Boosh very low. So I'm going to try to kill her right away so she can stop doing all of her shenanigans. Bane's up and doesn't quite take her out, which is unfortunate. And there goes my Maul. But now I've got my Force Drain, takes out both Lando and Leia, so that's nice. Got Jabba in the yellow with healing immunity. He's got his protection up. So I'll have to go through that again, and I have to a couple turns before my cooldowns are reset. Not really making much progress versus Chrysanthemum, but Jabba's ult ability is only at like 50%, so hopefully I can win this here. Because just basically when Jabba gets his ult, he's got an insta-kill, and even though Bane beats a bunch of GLs, he's technically not one himself. Gosh, got Jabba in the red there, but he's got recovering all his protection, and he no longer has healing immunity, which is annoying. Chrysanthemum does, and I don't really know how I put healing immunity on Jabba in the first place, but I did, but I don't have it anymore. Jabba's ult is getting really high, so I'm getting worried here. And my Force Drain and other ability didn't do enough. Jabba's got his ult here. And I'm not going to make it, so my Relic 9 Bane is going to lose to Jabba again. But, I mean, at least on the bright side, I took out Leia, so it's an easier cleanup. So I'll come back to that later. Gas and the clones are such a hard counter for Night Sisters, and this Night Sisters was at least decently relicked, so I decided I have plenty of teams, so I might as well use this hard counter to make this team just completely easy and far less of a problem than it would be for anybody else. I don't really have any rhyme or reason for who I kill here first. Since revives can't happen, I don't want to go for like Treya or I guess I did go for Marin right away, but she's got some shenanigans. Not Treya, sorry. Old Daka. Basically, just kind of, I was working for damage dealers first, but it goes by pretty quickly when they can't revive and they can't do damage to my health. So it's a pretty easy battle, pretty good, nice counter here. So max banners, and on to the next. After Bane and his basically solo rule of two battle duo failed, I wanted to see if Jabba would work, or not Jabba, Wampa would work here. He's usually good against the Ewoks, but I know Nisa was kind of not designed to beat him, but make this counter far more difficult. She assists a whole bunch of times off of all of the allies, so Wampa doesn't counter on her, but because she's only assisting. And that, when she's relic this high, like she is required for Leia, it can be a little bit worrisome because she's doing so much damage. But basically, for Wampa here, I was just wanting to get my bonus protection back, increase my damage with that roar, so that way, when I was counterattacking, I would have a better chance of killing these Ewoks. As you can see, I've got Elder there in the yellow, but Nice is going a bunch, and it's scaring me. Thankfully, that was on her turn, so Wampa just counterattacked her to death. Took out Elder, so now they're gone. And thankfully, oh, I'm getting in the yellow. Holy moly. That is scary when they assist all that a whole bunch, and I don't have any bonus protection. But Chirpa's dead, the other one's dead, and Wicket's dead. Wampa did his job, thankfully. Pretty good banners. Obviously, it was a solo and only lost my protection, so that's nice. At this point, I wasn't really sure who I wanted to go for. Had Aiden to go, had that Jabba, had the Rogue One team with Adrad, and had the Gungans. So took me a while here, but while I was deciding who to use, and decided to go with Supreme Leader Kylo Ren and the First Order. I don't have Dark Side Rey yet. Of course, that's something I really want to get. She makes SLKR so good. So I'm getting her whenever I can in the Conquest shop, waiting for her to come to Proving Grounds. It'll still be several months, but it'll be so nice when I have her. But I went and looked it up, and it looks like SLKR does pretty well against Jabba. I mean, mine's not relicked high, but he's still relicked, and it's only Jabba and Chrysanthemum. And thankfully, SLKR is a GL, so he can't be insta-killed by Jabba's ultimate. But basically, I'm just siphoning here off of Chrysanthemum as many times as possible. Passing turns, resetting cooldowns, assisting, getting my ultimate, because with the new tickets that they've got in the shard shop, it makes getting GLs and their ultimates way easier. So I've only had SLKR for about a week, but I've got his ultimate already, thankfully. And Chrysanthemum's almost dead. I've got my siphon ability the whole time on ultimate because I don't have any cooldowns. And because of that, Kylo's already doing some pretty good damage to Jabba, so looks like I might lose First Order Officer before I get out of here with the win, so it's unfortunate that I'm going to lose some banners, but a win against Jabba is a win against Jabba, so pass and turn back Kylo, only 87% ult, so I'll wait until I have 100, and there goes Officer. Unfortunate that I lost some banners, but that's alright. 97%, one more turn is all I need for that ultimate. Assisting off of Hux, got Jabba in the yellow. Force poke. And there goes Jabba. Thankfully, was able to clean him up pretty well with Kylo. I went and looked at some counters on the website that I use here to see what works well, because I wasn't quite sure. Aiden is not super complicated, but if you don't have a plan to deal with her constant revives a bit and stuff, it can become worrisome. So I decided, after some scouting, that the Sith Empire should do well enough here against the Gungans that it will allow me to use my Jedi Master Luke against the Aiden team, and because with the GL it helps to get around Aiden's revives because I can ignore the taunt and hit under protection with Cal. But yeah, now to this current battle. I've never done this battle before, so I wasn't quite exactly sure how it worked. But I know the general gist is usually to take out the generator first. That way you can actually do some damage to the Gungans. So that was the goal here. Just basically everybody that could attack the generator. I was hoping Darth Malgus would get a second attack there. That's basically he sometimes does. I don't know quite what makes him attack twice there, but he didn't for some reason. Now, it's annoying when Jar Jar gets that Death Mark taunt ability, so I can't target the shield generator, but thankfully there Malgus just attacked twice. Only got a few more stacks of that shield generator before I can start attacking the characters and killing them. So close. Just waiting for one more hit, and there we go. So I use my AoE to kill the generator and then do some more damage on my assisting myself on Boss Nass. But I know he's the most annoying. Maybe he can bring back the generator. I can't remember. But going for him first. Making sure the leader's gone. Then I'll probably go for Jabba next because, not Jabba, Jar Jar. Because he's the most annoying one of them. Making sure I put stun everywhere. Boss Nass is almost dead. Just a little bit left. And there he goes. Going for Jar Jar next. Now that the boss Nass is gone and the generator's gone, this team isn't quite as scary. And with all my health that I've got here, I don't really need to be worried about their damage either. Thankfully killed those two right there. Their health is so low at this point that it's just pretty easy to kill them. Except for this one. This Phalanx has a lot of health and protection, but he's the only one left, so shouldn't take too long until the next battle. Now to use against this rogue one with Adrad, I've got my OG rebels, and I've got a Datacron 15% bonus health and protection for every other ally, with some crit chance and some crit damage there. Hopefully that'll keep me nice and healthy and increase my damage to them. So first things first, I basically just usually gun down Adrad. Thankfully, with all my turn meter and damage that I've got going here, take him out, and then it's immediately take out Jen so she can't revive. And now that they're both gone, it's a done deal. All they can do is steal my banners because of my exposes that you get from assisting. Like right there, they stole a banner from Chewie. But the battle is sealed. The fate is sealed. I know I'm gonna win. And now on to the last battle: Jedi Master Luke Skywalker and crew versus Iden. I was a little worried about this battle. I mean, just because Iden's mechanics are weird, but I've got such a strong team, I know I don't need to be worried. Thankfully, Jedi Master Luke is so fast that he went and then ability blocked Iden from using her revive ability, adapt or die, that gives all of her allies a second life, basically. But I was just trying to take out Shore Trooper here. I don't exactly know why. Probably should have gone after the Scout Trooper first. But that is alright. He goes under stealth. Kill off another. And then pass some turns around trying to get to my insta-kill with Cal. There goes Death Trooper. Unfortunately now Iden, I can kill, but she just revives, and I can't target Scout Trooper because he's under stealth. So it's a little bit of a loop here. Thankfully, not too bad of a loop. Just gotta wait for to do enough damage on AoEs to kill Scout Trooper, or gotta wait for him to come out from stealth. Used my insta-kill there on Iden. Obviously, she just revived because that's what she does. And thankfully, Master Luke was able to wipe them both. Now that all the characters are done, I'm on to ships. Unfortunately, this guy put both his 7-star Executor and 7-star Profundity on defense. That's fine with me because I know he doesn't have anything to beat me because I put my Leviathan and Executor on defense. But it's tough because I don't have enough good fleets to beat both of these on defense with considering the ships I put on defense. So I was going to try out. I know I don't really stand a chance against that Executor team with Punishing One. So I was hoping I could take out this Profundity. Started off with the Empire, which probably maybe wasn't that smart, but I know they're usually a counter for Rebels. So that's what I went with. As you can tell, got somewhat steamrolled here by this profundity team with my Empire, so I will now bring in my own lesser starred profundity to see what work I can do against this. And then after that, I've still got my negotiator, so should be able to clean up whatever is left of this profundity, even though I don't really have a chance of the executor. Same lineup of ships, just my capital ship is a little lower in stars. It's working on that still, but obviously it's only once a month and only 10 shards, so it takes quite a while. But this battle goes along, and it is somewhat annoying because of the RNG involved with, oh, is Falcon going to assist? Is this other ship going to assist? Is my Rebel taunting tank ship going to die? Am I able to kill off their Rebel Y-Wing in time? Yes, I am. So I've still got a chance. They bring in one of the Phoenix Squad ships. I bring in my Wedge Antilles X-Wing. Put some healing and buff immunity on. Try and take out the Outrider, because that's kind of not the bread and butter of this fleet, but important to get the ultimate for the ships is this Outrider. And unfortunately, they take out mine. No Falcon assist. I'm just trying to take out this Outrider. No assist off the capital ship. They kill off my Wedge's Y-Wing. I don't quite kill off their Outrider, so I'm just I really want to kill this Outrider, so that way my negotiator has a better chance. Thankfully, dispel buffs there, call to assist there, and there goes the Outrider, thankfully. I'd love to take out their Falcon here, too, but I don't know if that's quite in the cards. They take out all of my assisting ships. I'm not quite able to kill any of them yet, but hopefully that'll change. Oh, the ghost is very low. Come on. Give me one turn. Give me one turn. All I need is one assist from the Falcon to dispel that. Oh, there goes the Falcon. Thankfully, I can still attack that ghost, even though it's under stealth. Everybody's under stealth or hyperspeed or hyperdrive, whatever that ability is called for the Falcon. So unfortunately, my profundity lost versus his profundity, but I still have a negotiator with a decent marauder that should hopefully get the job done. As you can tell, this battle has not been going super well enough. All my ships are still living, but took me over a minute to kill off one of their ships. So I'm a little bit worried that I'm not going to have enough damage. But I should have enough health because of all of the bonus protection that I get from Plo's Starship and Jedi Counselor's Starship. Just called him in for the assist. Anakin has almost killed that last ship. Almost there. Now it's just me versus the Falcon and the Profundity, thankfully. So I should be able to assist enough and deal enough damage to finish this one off. So there are the bombs that I get from the Negotiator. And there goes the Falcon. So, thankfully I was able to beat that Profundity team, even though it was tough and higher stars. Took me all of my good ships, so I don't really have a prayer of going for Executor. But that's the Grand Arena. Thank you for watching, and see ya.